members that we've worked for years. And if he comes to me with information, he presents the information to me, I will accept it as fact and I'll operationalize it.
And if information is received from a CI operative, do they attend the scene of the seizure as well, or do they give you the information and step back?
There's an answer to both of those scenarios, Commissioners. We do have crime intelligence operatives that will come and observe what is happening. There's a reason for that. They've got to do feedback to their protocols that need to be observed. But there are also times when the information is passed here where the operative doesn't want to be there. They're ghosts. So they don't want to be seen or located there. But we are still in permanent communication with them.
Okay, when you say they ghost, effectively, some of them give you the information and that's it. You go on hoping that what you've been given is accurate.
Commissioner, when I say they're a ghost, it's a person that mustn't be identified in a community space. It's also a person that mustn't be identified in the normal policing space. They're covert operatives. The relationship exists that I work with him, therefore I identify with him, but I'm not going to go and tell everyone, hey, he's a ghost or a spook, whatever you want to call him, but he's an intelligence operative. That's what I'm saying. When he comes to the scene, he doesn't get involved in my crime scene per se. He will be an observer. But whatever they've done to facilitate the information, I will then operationalize from there.
So that's what I wanted to just establish. He doesn't get involved in your crime scene, and they don't make any decisions about what should be done at the crime scene.
No.
And do they have any experience with drug seizures and the procedures involved?
Commissioner, it's highly untoward that an operative gets involved actively with a crime scene and like collecting exhibits, processing suspects and stuff like that, because that means he's going to end up in court. So you're exposing an undercover operative. But they will be close by to narrate information to you as you finding something or you questioning them, hey, I need to know what's happening with this. They will check on that information. So technically they are on the wings of a crime scene.
And if the operative, the CI operative, gives information about a container, for example, so he gives you that intel, do you have to take the next steps insofar as getting the necessary permissions and authorizations to inspect the container, open the seal to the container? Or are there scenarios where the CI person that had given you the information will say to you, I've already obtained authorization from the clearing agent, etc.?
Commissioner, it's positive on both of the scenarios given to me at the moment. Yes, on both. I do not know what the relationship between the CI person and that container yard is. So what happens between them there, I don't know. But if the instruction given to me is the container is stacked for you, it's ready for inspection, go look there, I'll go and look. But in the other version of when the information comes and then I have to do the necessary follow-ups and arrangements, yes, I do that.
If he gives the information that he got the necessary permissions, must you verify that with the people that he said he got the authorization from as the person that's in charge of the crime scene, or are you entitled to rely on that information? So not only information about the actual drugs that's on the container, but information regarding that aspect.
Commissioner, if I understand this correctly, so we're saying, does CI say that they've arranged the whole operation and I must just come in and work in the yard?
Yes.
It's highly likely that it has occurred. In my experience, it has occurred with me. If you're saying I have to check on his credibility of that version, well, so say 10 out of someone from operations, someone's from the yard will be there. So that confirms your presence with that member.
Okay, so but my question is, let's say the person from the yard is there. Do you just say, I just want to confirm that we do have your permission to go ahead?
Commissioner, if I can say this then. If my information is there's drugs in that container right now, and there's a risk of those drugs going missing, I'm not going to wait for their permission. I will use the necessary laws to go and seize that container and gain access to so I can stop the movement of those narcotics. Because, I don't know if you can understand it, a container can move very quickly. And if something's in a bag, and all it means is just to cut a lock, then the bag moves faster than the container. I can throw a bag over there for the wall, and you can dispose of exhibits. So there's a couple of scenarios here that we need to take into account, and it's difficult just giving an overview. So I would say, if my information was 100% positive, I trust my CR. They say to me, go to that container, there's drugs there, go there now quickly. I'm going to do with the same zest and zeal and go there quickly and start working. If someone's going to say to me, hey, you need to wait for this, you need to wait for that, there are a few steps that we can do to delay the process. We need lots of resources then to do that.
Okay, so if you, at the scene, you've got the container, you haven't opened it yet. Your CI has told you that he's gotten the necessary permissions, and there are people on the scene which you would know them from your experience, but assume that you're not somebody that does the drug busts on a regular basis. You get to the scene, there are people around there. You don't confirm with any of those people, are you from the clearing agent? Are you from... I'm just trying to understand, are you relying solely on the information from the CI? If that information is wrong and you've opened a container without the necessary authorizations, what are you relying upon? The suspicion that there are drugs there, and is it a reasonable suspicion if you're only relying upon the evidence or the information you're getting from a CI?
Commissioner, maybe I heard this. Yes, I'm relying on the reasonable suspicion. You also asked me about the people that are present. Do I need to have the necessary people? Is that what you said?
Yes.
I'm going to say, yes, it's nice to have those people there. But those people sometimes are annoying, I'll say it straight. I will wait hours for them to come to the harbor, or I'll wait hours for them to come to a depot. Or you'll say to me, no, I'm not available for the next 3 days. Can we not book an inspection in 4 days? So, long story short, it's business. That man gets paid to be there. That container in that yard gets paid for every single day that it's there. So it's an economy in our country. But my job is to do my job now and today. So I will extend the invitation. Guys, I need to inspect this container now. How long? You're messing me around, I'm doing it without you. It's under camera, I've got witnesses, I proceed.
Thank you.
Can I just ask the question slightly differently? Your crime intelligence operator has given you intel. There's this which is coming in. What do you do when you arrive at the, so you come ready to do the inspection? So we know that's why you're getting there. But in terms of process, when you get there, what do you do? Do you look for a manager? And this is, I've understood the part where you say, if there's a risk that the consignment is going to get lost, I don't even ask for permission. The law allows me to go and open up and we'll deal with it later. But I'm asking where that is not the case. You do have the luxury of walking in casually and asking who's the manager. I am going to look at that. That's the kind of question I'm asking. What do you do when you arrive on the scene? You have intelligence that there is a container so-and-so which has stuff in it.
Commissioner, I'm not going to say the word luxury. If I had to walk in there and say, I want that container now, I want to inspect it now, I'm not going to get their cooperation. As I said to you, they're a business, we're a business. If we work together, it works. I can say from my side, not from other people, I do speak to the container yard manager. I will speak to the operations manager. I will speak to whoever's there. The more people there give me more resources. I don't have the resources to move certain items. I'm not Superman to lift a container. So for me to do my job in that environment, I need them. So the formality of greeting, setting up the working relationship, and the plan for the industry. Yes, and the other thing is, Commissioner, it's a secure premises. You either go in under escort, so you walk. they know they're there. If I task some untoward persons, a surveillance team, that is not disguised as persons that have normal access to the harbour, they'll know they're there. When I operate in the port, I cannot operate with autonomy without anyone around me. There's always someone there. So how do I do that operation, putting that transponder on the device without them knowing? Just to give you an example, I have to board a vessel. The captain must give me permission to board the vessel. The whole crew knows that I'm coming on board the vessel. The harbour knows that I've left Durban Harbour and trafficked en route to that vessel, because we call them, we tell them, we're going out to sea. Then I must tell the captain, the ship's engineer, the first mate, that I need to go below deck and put a transponder and open the container. They will then authorize a member to go with. They will contact their people. There's procedures in place. So you're broadcasting, same as having the TV here. You're broadcasting your whole operation before it even starts. So the likelihood of it happening and being successful is small. But we do it in the hope that the person takes the bait.
All right. Thank you. I'm just wondering in my mind whether... the danger is always that people will get to know. But I was trying to think if there aren't ways of counteracting some of these, or even avoiding some of the steps. But whether or not it's legal, that's something else. And
Commissioner, the suspect...
Like, for instance, everybody knowing at the harbour that now you are leaving the harbour, aren't there ways of avoiding those?
But then, Commissioner...
Can't you, like the criminals, get off some beach and drive off onto the vessel? Of course, there'll still be the problem of the people on the vessel itself getting to know, but at least reducing the...
Commissioner,
yes.
Maybe the Commission doesn't know this. We have intercepted drug shipments where we found their own transponder devices inside those bags. So they themselves are tracking their shipment. If it goes off the necessary paths, hey, someone's stealing my stuff. So who do they call? The police.
No,
they have better technology than we do.
Yes,
so we have to outthink them all the time.
Yes.
So as of today, we must now change our strategy again.
Thank you, Warrant Officer. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. I was moving on to bagging the exhibits, but before that, if we could just go to, I think we had dealt with the pictures of what you had found when you opened. And if we can then go to page 384, I think it is, if you can just tell us what we're looking at there, of the exhibit bundle.
These are the bags, if I'm correct. This is the Maiden Wharf scene, the Scania LCS depot.
And so at this point, the team unpacked it from the container.
At this point, LCRC is present, and as we are unpacking, we are starting to catalogue and diarize what we've found. So this is merely my contemporaneous note of what I'm working with.
And page 385?
385 is much later. This is where we open one of the bags to establish what the actual contents is. So going from a black bag that we suspect to contain cocaine, going to establish that it contains bricks of suspected cocaine.
Okay, 389.
It's an image depicting a W logo on bricks of suspected cocaine inside the canvas bag.
And on page 391, if you could just tell us what is the team doing there.
391, that is when we'd finished all the fingerprinting, and now what we started doing is finished the DNA on the bags, on the handles. Now what we're doing is literally opening each bag and then decanting the contents of the bag into exhibit bags.
And if we go to page 392, we'll see there's quite a few people on the scene. Are those people that you call later on to come and assist?
Yes.
Okay, and LCRC as well.
So that is members of the Border Police, Metro Police Street Crimes Unit, myself, and LCRC. And then out of image are the shipping yard managers.
And then on page 396,
Can I go? 396 is our yield from the container, all in exhibit bags, ready for taking to the police station.
and how many bricks do you get into one bag?
Process of trial and error. Commissioner, we used to pack quite a bit, so it's less paperwork, but they break and they tear. So I can tell you safely you can put 20 bricks in a bag, and it won't tear. You can pick it up. The average policeman can pick up 20 kilos. You need 2 people to pick up a full bag, which is 40 kilos, and if you don't, you're going to break the seal and tear the bag. So safely, 20 kilos.
These exhibit bags, do they come in different sizes, or do you have a standard size for these types of busts?
Commissioner, indeed they do. They come from a tiny little bag like this, which we call a bullet bag, that's our wording, up to, I can put a mattress and a body in it if I really wanted to. We call them computer bags, bed bags, those are our names. But they come in numerous sizes which the state has made for them. But remember, as I said, each bag is unique in its alphanumeric substance. So what's unique with these ones is it'll be PA, PB, or PX, or something like that. That would mean it's a big, what we call like a rifle bag. So yes, Commissioner.
And do you come with those bags, or did you request to have the bags brought to the scene? I mean, it's quite a lot of bags.
Commissioner, in this case, I think I had enough bags in my vehicle, so I would have come with those vehicles. I have a crime scene kit in the back of my vehicle.
And how long did it take the team?
Sorry, Commissioner.
How long did it take to bag all the exhibits?
Long. Long. We left there late at night. We started in the morning, we finished